flying the flag again, seeking 3 wins in a row against the world champions. And it's the switch kickoff. Has to go 10 metres. It was Cohen who played it. And that will be a scrum back on the centre spot.
Borderline call that. Wilkinson did the switch. Let's just see. Cohen rises high. And Paul Honest spot on there. Well, that's a poor start for him. They're very ambitious, but lacking precision.
Come closer to the mark, please. Crouch and holds. Engage.
England with a slight weight advantage then.
First one. Watch the angle.
I just think Jeremy Paul as well, with a dodgy hamstring, doesn't make it easy for him to push. I think England are going to attack this part of the game.
Gregan puts in. This is Larkham, and then Mortlock off his wing. We'll see him do that an awful lot. Matt Cobain with that drive forward across the England 10-metre line. Gregan to the short side. Paul back from this hamstring problem. And there's Vickerman. Up until this year he was qualified for South Africa, but he's chosen Australia. So has Noriega, the ex-Argentina international, but he's lost it, and Neil Back was there, and Moody, the Leicester combination in the back row. Moody again. Good work by the flankers. Greenwood went off injured last week with a dead leg, and he's turned over there, and there's a great chance for Australia. Herbert. Gregan, Martin Johnson coming through to make a tackle. And it all just did enough, but the referee's given a penalty.
Penalty offside, white 4.
Against Johnson for being offside. One of the leading all-time scorers in international rugby, but not that time, as he misses his first kick at the post. Wilkinson behind Saylor, but it's Larkham. Wilkinson took that in beautifully. Wonderful skill under all kinds of pressure. Dawson up the touchline. Moody in support. Good work. Excellent from the England forwards. Cohen now. Still a chance to go wide if they get quick ball. Dawson. Greenwood. Oh, it's meant for Richard Hill. Oh. He knows how close that was.
Should have been a try, really. Well, Wilkinson plucks that ball out with the left hand. There was a moment of consummate skill from Ben Kay that led to this. Now, I think, now I'm not being overly critical, there's so much space there. Mortlock's too far in field. Greenwood overhits that. That should have been a try.
Steve Thompson, the England hooker, this big bear of a forward. Dawson, Wilkinson, Greenwood. Robinson. Good pass, Tyndall. This is Simpson-Daniel. James Simpson-Daniel for the corner. Ben Cohen will make it! First class finish. It's Cohen again.
Well, last week we saw an early try from New Zealand when the right wing Dougie Howlett came from the other side and linked with the big man Lomu to score. This time Simpson-Daniel comes from his wing, and it's the big man Cohen. Greenwood should have put England in for a try a couple of minutes ago. Watch this. Robinson, little show. Simpson-Daniel from the right to the left. He combines, takes 3 men, and Cohen there. Just as New Zealand used the pace of Howlett and the power of Lomu, so England have gone the pace of Simpson-Daniel with the finishing of Cohen. Good start for England.
And Johnny Wilkinson with the conversion, which is good. Very good. And you could say the same for the try. 7-0 for England. First-class finish from an increasingly world-class player. And what a future this man has as well, the other wing. Simpson-Daniel inside to Cohen. Terrific combination. Terrific start for England.
Well, he's tied in Larkham, Saylor and Cobain, hasn't he? And that's why Woodward's off his chair. Great combination from the England wings. Really first-class stuff.
Good take from Moody at the restart. Wilkinson. Not sure about that one.
I think the green and gold wanted a bit of Johnny Wilkinson.
The referee holding out his arm. England still allowed to go. Might as well have a go. This is Simpson-Daniel starting to revel now in international rugby. Cohen pushes it back to Robinson. Good work again from the wingers. And of course now there's no real advantage, but I think England, having got themselves out of that hole, the referee's quite right to blow the whistle here in Australia's favour, despite the boos.
As Vickery explains the laws of thermodynamics as applied to scrummaging. Bohonis isn't impressed. Penalty Australia.
But that's much better. And Gregan's decision is justified by his kicker. England 7, Australia 3. Matt Burke onto the board. Always helps when two are there, but there's a lack of numbers on that far side. Cohen was calling for support. Dawson kicked away by Gregan, surprised about that. And Robinson is held.
No, he wasn't.
And held on. Looking to cut the gap then, Matt Burke to just the 1 point. It should be easy. It is. Hill to Cohen. They need to tackle him early, and they did.
That is not a good move. They tried to score against New Zealand under the post. It doesn't work at the moment.
But it was brave from Neil back, and that enabled England to hold on to the ball. Dawson looking around for the charging Hill. And it's Australia ball, but it's an England penalty as Justin Harrison is called back. I bet even the posts feel like applauding.
What's the cheer for? Another matter-of-fact kick. Cobain has that look of, well, that's no surprise, is it?
And here he passes to Jason Robinson. And still Jason Robinson. Simpson-Daniel off the floor. Gregan on the advantage over as Australia find their touch. Moody, that England scrum disrupted. Dawson, brilliant from the England scrum half. He's got Kay going with it. Oh, great step from Dawson. All about support play here. Jason Leonard arriving. Vickery drives on. Moody tries to get it away. There's going to be a penalty, surely, as Vickerman climbed all over the attempted England attack.
It must be a card. Must be a yellow card.
It was a professional foul.
It's got to be a yellow card.
Your player on the deck down here, playing the ball after the tackle, all right? I don't want any more of it close to the goal line, just remember. All right?
I got that.
Okay.
Can you quit? What's it here? They're going to kick the goal. What's the call up there?
It's not going to be a card.
He was fine. He was wide.
This is what he does so well. Show and go. There you go. Danny Lee did it close range. Dawson's gone 55. It's a beautiful step past Larkham as well. 3 men hit him. But just watch now, off his feet, you'll see Daniel Vickerman. There you go, taking Moody out. If that's a penalty, that's a yellow card.
The man wearing 10 for England is Johnny Wilkinson, and he takes the 3 points. Neil back. Johnny Wilkinson to Vickery.
That was a bit static, and hence Australia drive England back.
Dawson, Tyndall, Cohen. So often the line breaker.
Let's go, White.
Another advantage for England.
In from the side of the tackle.
And it's a full penalty, and Matt Dawson has gone quickly. Johnny Wilkinson. And if sides give penalties away, that is how to hurt them. But he can't get his hands on this one. Cobain to Smith, and then Kefu.
Hands off.
Australia turning on the switch here.
No. Pulling down the line outside.
England have been penalised for pulling down at the line out, so that's a penalty. There has been a stop-start half, there's no doubt about that. The time is legitimate. Here's Kefu, Flatley, big gap! That is a try and a passage of play, oozing spirit and desire from Australia. They are not out of this match.
Well, Flatley pulls out a Steve Larkham from 10, doesn't he? Super skill from Kefu. Number 8 does it quick. There's a slip, isn't there? Wilkinson has slipped, and that has opened it up. Johnny Wilkinson's foot in went. Flatley just glided through. It was going to be hard anyway, but no doubt at all, Wilkinson slipped and Flatley just coasted through.
Burke conversion. It would have been so easy for Australia to go for the 3 points. They rejected that option. And look at the difference in the body language now. Australia can't wait to get down the tunnel to talk about their recovery. England made to think, having established a healthy 16-6 lead, almost at half-time, but almost wasn't enough. England 16, Australia 13. And England must restart, reset their position, and such an important period at the start of this second half as Matt Burke gets us underway. Can England re-establish control? Because that's what they had.
Hold him.
Wilkinson, Greenwood. By the way, no changes made at the interval. And there's the first penalty. Signalled by Paul Honnis. Justin Harrison to Elton Flatley, to Taikefu. Jason Robinson. And it's Australia's.
Oh, brilliant from Kefu.
Inspirational work from him. Vickerman coming through the heavy traffic. It's Noriega. And England backs against the wall here. Gregan finds Flatley. Larkham, he's gone through. Out to Wendell Saylor. And Australia score either side of half-time. And they are bristling with confidence again, the world champions. It's Saylor's first try for his country. And now he is matching the words.
Stephen Larkham, so important. We said playing one wider, would he find the space? Yes, he does. What a drifting run, what a pass. Cohen's got no chance against Saylor there. Fine finish from the rugby league convert. He'll love that moment. Saylor and Mortlock wide, but Larkham just faded one out and he found the hole, and he found it beautifully.
Saylor, who played for the Australian Rugby League side in the World Cup here 2 years ago, returning to London with the Union team. his new chosen profession. And that is a try which clearly meant so much to him. Matt Burke trying to give Australia a 4-point lead. He won't do that. But they are in front for the first time.
It's double negatives. Against New Zealand they struggled. They scored just before half-time and just afterwards. Australia have done it to England this week.
And it's Greenwood on the floor, setting it back for Matt Dawson. Lewis Moody.
Last feed here, goals.
On home turf, this will be a big test of Clyde Woodward's England. Dawson. And still, he's already got an extra 10 metres. But let's see what happens here as Greenwood fires it off to Robinson. Advantage over, says the referee. Wilkinson again to Greenwood to Johnson.
Hands off, goals.
Back. Wilkinson. Only Moody outside. Had to turn back in. And it falls for Australia. And it falls for Elton Flatley. And he's racing away. Jason Robinson needs to really put the burners on now. It's Elton Flatley and Robinson hasn't got them. Flatley scores. What a blow that is!
Well, where did Elton Flatley find that pace? I've been watching him as an understudy 10, as a part-time 12 for years, and I just didn't believe he was going to get to the 22. England go for the goal, and look at this. Delalio can't get to him. It's astonishing. Wilkinson, first of all, Larkham in with the tackle, the ball squirts out. You just cannot believe he's going to make it. Well, I felt Doug Howlett was going to leave Robinson on the outside here, but in this instance you thought Robinson must take him, and he doesn't. And that is a quite brilliant run from Elton Flatley. And what a turnaround in this test match.
A man inspired. Elton Flatley, given his chance and taken it. Matt Burke, no mistake this time. Australia 25, England 16. And that is Australia's highest ever score at Twickenham. And where did it come from, Stuart? George Smith told to get onside. Wilkinson, that Wilco shuffle again. Back. The crowd wanted the ball to stay in hand. It didn't. It was kicked away, and Larkham kicks it long.
I think Tyndall hit him very late there.
And Australia will have the option from where the ball landed. The crowd try and pull him off, but Burke is Australian. He won't worry about that. Gregan, referee in the way. Larkham. Cohen. When he scored for England, it seemed so rosy for the home side. Not now. Dawson. Wilkinson. Back. Dawson. England have to do to Australia what the All Blacks did to England last week. And then go one step further.
Staying on it. Roll off quicker, goal.
There's a penalty to help in that aim.
Roll off quicker.
Wilkinson's kick, every point matters now. Mind and body in harmony again from Johnny Wilkinson. So definitely a reason for concern. Australia's improved form and confidence and experience. Lost by Noriega. Matt Burke has other ideas, and so do they. They trust their full-back.
That Fortress Twickenham record under massive threat now.
Wilkinson. Cohen. Dawson hunting for the ball, he's got it now. Lewis Moody.
10 goals.
But Dawson knew advantage
10 goals in from the
was
side.
being played to his side. Yes. Dawson, Wilkinson, Tyndall. Australia are the best in the world at closing out a match. Thompson, and then Kay. There have been some great kickers on this ground in the white shirt of England. At only 23, he's already the best.
Heat comes on, but there's ice in the veins. Just doesn't look like missing, does he? And the gap closes to 6. We are in for some last quarter hour.
Jason Robinson, Jason Leonard,
The right wing.
Richard Hill, Jason Robinson again. Now he's got a bit of space. England get bodies there. Dawson was one of them. Out over the head of Simpson Daniel. Tyndall had no option but to turn back towards the forwards, but hasn't he done that well? Martin Johnson. England steaming here. Dawson, Simpson Daniel, Ben Cohen. Ben Cohen. Twickenham rises as one to acclaim that score.
That's a champion fight back for England. They've been asked to show their mettle. They're coming up with it. And again, it's the wingers combined. Simpson Daniel standing outside half, holds show, and then Cohen straight and on the drift. Larkham left for dead. The delayed timing, the inside ball, and now Larkham one-on-one doesn't stand a chance as Cohen is through. What a game, what a score.
And this is for the lead. England back in front. What a test match this is. And didn't Ben Cohen take this well?
Straightened on Gregan, drifted on Larkham. The old Wallaby 1-2 left for dead. And Clyde Woodward, it's all getting a little bit too much for the England manager.
And England know that any penalty given to Australia and Burke would be suicide. Robinson from Gitto's kick. Dawson slipping, and because of that doing wonderfully well to get the ball away. George Smith. It's a penalty.
You didn't put anybody onside, they all advanced.
Offside after the Dawson kick. The flags stay down. England breathe again, but you feel this isn't the final chapter. Burke has missed by the narrowest of margins. Back from the quick restart, Wilkinson, Greenwood, Tyndall.
Well, you've got to hand it to England. They're still trying to play the ball from deep. I don't want to give it to Australia, but they're driving themselves backwards.
Wilkinson.
That, I feel, was perhaps the option that should have been used a few seconds earlier.
Greenwood. And the advantage is over. and it's Wendell Sailor. England keep giving the ball away needlessly.
11.
And it's a penalty for hands in the ruck.
Silly penalty.
Clive Woodward can't believe it, but it's happened again.
Silly penalty, 11. You knew what you were
I
doing.
do not think that Matt Burke has the range. Mortlock doesn't have the distance. But we've seen this before. They'll push the corner and go for it.
He thinks he's got the distance, he's shouting across at his teammates, but Matt Burke was told by George Gregan to put the ball out into touch. Fryer throws, England challenge. Richard Hill has it. Wilkinson. It's been one of those matches where you have to keep checking the scoreboard to see who's in front.
Stay off at 9.
Gregan. Here comes Sailor. Well, he never got it in the end. Gregan. Look at that. 2 or 3 English players there to make the tackle. And again, so nearly turnover ball as well. Can Australia go from deep? It's Kefu. As a nation, they refuse to accept defeat. Gitto, lost forward. Dawson runs it out.
Lost forward goal. In the front.
Referee thinks there's enough time.
Give me a timing, please, Clayton.
What a comeback this has been from England. What a noise now in Twickenham, as the record looks set to stay intact.
The greatest challenge of them all, since New Zealand beat them.
Cohen, still Ben Cohen, it's Austin Healey. Robinson, another try seals it. Robinson goes crashing to the floor. And still we play on.
I thought that was a try. I was surprised Robinson took that. How about Cohen's performance again?
What do you make it? Okay, line out.
Thompson will throw.
Well, Australia have to win this line out, I think, because this is the last play. So England can just march it into touch.
Has to be the final play. It goes to Ben Kay. Dawson shouts on his pack. Typified the England fight today, Dawson. And those forwards have wrestled control back. Neil back. Dawson again. Wilkinson, Greenwood, Healy. Well, it's brave, it's Simpson-Daniel.
Lost forward, the bonus goals.
England didn't need to risk the attacking move, surely. But they went for it.
Play on.
Still play on, says the referee, after the England knock-on. Breathless stuff. Larkham. Robinson just has to get there. He won't have to play it. And England win. The Twickenham record stays. New Zealand 1 week, Australia the next. Taken on, and in the end, taken out by this English recovery. What a victory that is. What a test match we have witnessed. And so much credit too to Australia for how they, in the heat of the battle, transformed their play from just before half-time and then all the way through the second half.